I said in one of my videos that when I first got from Ibadan to Abuja, when I first came to Abuja the first time, Abuja was like mini London. I was looking everywhere.
Interesting.
The day I go back from Qatar,
Okay.
I started seeing, I was like, why is everywhere dirty?
True.
You go to even supposed places and you're like, why is everywhere dirty? What was this? And I'm like, hold on, what just happened? Because I've seen that there's a better standard of living. Now I'm not comfortable. But people can live in an ecosystem like you mentioned, not knowing there's any other thing outside. And they live their entire life there. So how do they demand for more?
One of the things is that whatever societal strata you find yourself, you have entertainers for that strata, you have people who speak to you from that strata, you have teachers from that strata, you have schools from that strata, and you have pastors from that strata.
Very true. Very true. It's a complete ecosystem.
Anywhere you choose to live, you have a complete ecosystem. And the structure is not designed for you to come out.
At all. Because the ecosystem has to be self-sustaining.
And it is the ignorance of the ignorant that will sustain it.
The pastor in there also wants another person to succeed him. The imam also wants someone to succeed. So he's grooming you for this ecosystem, not for another. The teacher wants you to also go to school and come and teach in this place. Your parent also wants you to marry from her children, her sister's friend. So that's to recycle. And then when you break out, you are the black sheep, you are a rebel, you are names. They call you names.
For someone who is watching this and saying, this is my life, what are the recommendations you have for people who need to break out?
Someone asked me something recently, and I think it would fit into this answer. He said, I live in the worst of the worst environment, and I don't even have any money with me. I can't even buy books to start with. How do I come out of this? And I said, look for a supposedly rich estate and go and apply for a gate man. I said, because what you first need, if you read a wealthy book in a poor environment, what you are seeing every day will overwhelm that thing. I didn't read good books in Maku. I read it in Ashi Estate.
You've mentioned Maku. I get you.
So but then...
Ashi, is that Ibadan?
That's in Ibadan.
Okay.
But when you are even if you are a gate man in a wealthy environment, if you pick up books then, because
you're seeing pictures.
Exactly, that align.
I want to talk about this. People don't understand the power of pictures because I think I can say a lot about this because I have tasted the lowest low. And sometimes when people just inform me, I'm trying to think that, how can I help this person? I'm a solutionist. So the only thing I think about when I talk with people is not to manage them in their situation, but to help. And the first thing that comes to my mind is, whoever doesn't have a name and doesn't have capital, the journey to helping them is much.